So in this example program we are going to see how we can print this number pattern where the counting starts from 1 and in every row the value of the number keep increasing its value, and this way it creates this triangle shape structure. So in this example program we have one class called number pattern, and inside the main method we have one integer variable number, and this is going to be used to keep track of count of number in the pattern. I have initialized it with the value 1 because our pattern will start its count from 1. Then we have another integer variable row. This will hold the number of rows our pattern going to have. I have initialized it with the value 5. Also we can take user input for the row value. And then we have one outer for loop, and inside that outer for loop we have one nested inner for loop. The outer for loop runs from 0 to less than the row number, and the inner for loop will run from 0 to less than equal the value of I. And in every iteration of the inner for loop it will print the number onto the console, and also it will increase the value of the number in every iteration. And after that we have the Println method for the line break, and after that the control will go back to the beginning of the outer for loop, and this way this loop will continue to happen unless the outer for loop condition become false. Then the outer for loop will be terminated, and also the program will be terminated as well. So at the start of the program execution the value of I will be 0, so the inner for loop will run 1 times and it is going to print the value of number, so it is going to print 1 onto the console. And then we have the Println method for the line break. After that the control will go back to the beginning of the outer for loop, and this time the value of I will be 1, so the inner for loop will run from 0 to 1, so it will run 2 times and it will print the numbers 2, and then it will increase the value of the number, so it will print 2 and 3 one after another. And then we have the Println method for the line break, and again the control will go back to the beginning of the outer for loop, and this time the value of I will be 2, so the inner for loop will run from 0 to 2, so this will run 3 times and it will print the new value of the number variable, so it will print 4, 5 and 6. And then again we have the Println method for the line break, and this way it will continue to print the numbers onto the console, and whenever the value of I become 5 then the outer for loop condition will become false, so the outer for loop will be terminated and also the program will be terminated. And this way we can create this triangle shaped number pattern in the console. So now I'm gonna save the program and I'm gonna compile and run the program. And you can see the output, we have the number pattern printed onto the console. So this way we can use the nested for loop, where in every iteration of the inner for loop this will print the value of the number variable, and also it will increase that number variable by 1, and this way it will keep increasing the value of number variable and it will print them one by one onto the console. And this way we can print this triangle shaped number pattern onto the console. So hope you understand the concept. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you.